Okay. Okay. So what's happening is I'm going to go over. We do these same warm-ups every time, and I just kind of wanted to go over them because you might be thinking, where's the Tai Chi? Well, this is in fact the movements that we use to warm up. In fact, our Tai Chi and Qigong. Qigong is kind of Tai Chi standing, or you can think of Tai Chi as Qigong moving. It's kind of Qigong's. You can kind of think of it as Daoist yoga. So okay, so I'm just going to go through the movements so we can see how they work. The idea is your body. If you do nothing, your body turns into a big swamp. All the organs adhere together. Everything clogs up. So you've got to make movements so energy and fluids move around your body. So first of all, when we start out, we pull down the heavens. So you reach up, grab energy, breathe out, and push it down to your abdomen. So breathe in, breathe out, and then breathe in, breathe out. So that's actually what's happening is you're trying to set your mind. The Qigong is different than exercise. You're actually trying to use your mind and your eyes. So this is when you're breathing in, you're calming yourself, but now you're separating yourself off from your daily life. This is a separate thing that you're going to do to try to improve your health and your energy. Okay, so the first thing that we do is we start shaking your hands. So kind of loose. Then you start shaking your body. So you want to be like lifting your ribs off your organs, and then as you go, then you bounce up and down a little bit. You can even lift your heels slightly off the ground, and then you hit. Okay, so this movement is called Shake the Nine Gates. And what's happening is you're trying to open up the major joints of your body so energy can flow through. The nine gates, those are the major joints, which are your upper, lower, and middle spine, your hip, knee, and ankle, your shoulder, elbow, and wrist. Okay, so we always do different levels. So this is the first level, and you're trying to bounce, right? So what you want to feel is the skin moving over your muscles moving over your bones, and you want to feel like a small shock wave where you're jumping up, bouncing up and down. You want to make a small shock wave to go through your internal organs. This is as well as opening up the joints, breaking up adhesions in your muscles and in your internal organs, trying to separate your internal organs so energy can flow through. Okay, so that's shake the nine gates. Now you've kind of opened up your body a little. The second one we do then is dragon shakes its whiskers. So you start out, you're going back and forth, your head, you're trying to warm up your spine and also your neck. So your head is following your shoulders. So you're turning, and your hands, they're actually, when they're going through, they're hitting you, they're trying to also cause a small shock to go through your organs, to wake up your organs and separate them. You're hitting meridians in your body. Okay, so this is level one. You're just turning your head toward the way, but then what you want to do is, the second level is you turn. Each time you look, you want to use your eyes. So you pick a spot, and as soon as you turn, you focus on that. All right. And then if you can do that, then depending on your flexibility, you want to see if you can pick a spot behind you. So you're turning 360 degrees. So you're going back and forth. So now you're really warming up your body. You're using your eyes and your mind. Sorry, someone else is coming in. Marcia Lord, you're late for class as usual. Okay. All right. So we're looking behind. And so you're using your mind and by focusing your eyes. Okay. So that's warming up our spine. Okay, so that's the second one. So now we've opened up our joints, we've opened up our spine a bit, and we've continued to warm up our organs. So the third one that we do is we reach out, you reach up, and then you reach for the other wall. You're coming up, reach for the wall, reach for the ceiling, and then you reach. This is crescent stance. What you're doing is there's a meridians that along this side, you're trying to unkink them so energy can flow through your body up and down. Okay, so you can breathe in, breathe out. Once again, use your eyes. You find a point over there and look. Okay. The other thing is when you reach, you want to keep your shoulders, most of these movements, you want to keep your shoulders and your head like against the wall. If you're up against the wall, you don't want to be twisting, you don't want to be turning this way, because once again, we're working on the spine and the meridians on this side, and this side is squeezing, so you're strengthening the side, plus you're massaging the organs on each side. So even though these moves seem like they're fairly simple, they all have a goal of kind of waking up your body, getting energy flowing through your body, separate out your organs. A couple, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. So that's crescent stance. Okay. So those are like, those first three are kind of a little mini warm-up exercise. So like during the day, if you've been sitting too long, like every couple hours, you can get up and just do those three. That just at least keeps energy flowing through your body. Your body wakes up your body a little bit. Okay, so we're going to do 4 exercises now. These are kind of like Daoist yoga things are from a form that's called the 8 Brocades. This is the first 4 movements from it. So you've already learned some Daoist forms. This was developed by, according to the story, by a Chinese general to keep his troops in shape. So you're starting here, you're hooking your hands together, you're going to push out, you're going to come up. So when you breathe in, you push up with the 2 hands straight. However much if you have shoulder problems, you just go as high as you can. You can push your hands out. You don't want to hurt your shoulders or make them worse. But what you're trying to do, you're working up. If you can, you want to go straight over your head. But if you can't, you go by whatever your shoulder strength is. Even if it's down here, you can still go up because you're also working your forearms. So here you go. We're going to go in. You're going to breathe in. You reach up. And then you breathe out and go to the side. So you breathe in, breathe out, lean to the other side. Once again, this is a lot of the same rules apply. Your back is up against the wall, your head. So you don't want to be twisting when you do this right now. So breathe in, breathe out, just come down. Breathe in. When you breathe out, lean to the side. Breathe in, go up. And then breathe out. Okay, so now we're going to do a third thing. So you breathe in, and then when you breathe out, you turn around and you look behind. So you breathe in, breathe out, and then you come down. Okay, so we'll do 2 sets. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, lean. You're stretching once again. You're squeezing the organs on one side, stretching the meridians on the other, and then when you breathe out this one, you're trying to open up your spine. You want to separate. When you do a lot of these movements, you want to separate the vertebrae of your spine a little bit so moisture can get in. Also, nerves come out of your spine and go to your organs. So if you have problems with your back, that often causes other problems with your stomach and other internal organs. Okay, so breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, reach. Breathe out, lean. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out, turn. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then come down. And of course, that one is called two hands press the heavens. All the Chinese movements, they have different names. So it's easy to remember, much easier to remember once you get used to them. Okay, the next one, we're holding a ball of energy. Okay, it's a beach ball. So you're not here, it's not small, and you're not like pressing against your body. It's a big beach ball, so it has to be out here. If you just relax your arms and put them out like this, very relaxed, your shoulders relaxed, that's your palm. So that's the kind of distance you want to keep your hands from your body. So if you go to, you're like this, so you just go to hold the golden chi ball. So you just raise your hand. One is like about the level of your throat, the other one your navel. Okay, so what we're going to do in this case is we're going to turn the ball over. The hand on top is reaching toward the sky. The other one's reaching toward the earth. You're pulling your hands back. You're trying to work your forearms, open up the meridians and strengthen your forearms. The hand on top is pointing in the same direction as your shoulders. The hand on the bottom is pointing straight forward. Okay. And then we're going to come down, we turn the ball over, and we stretch up. So once again, as you see, all these movements, you're trying to like open up, stretch out, and you get all the kinks out of your meridians so that energy can flow through your body. So we're coming down, breathe in, breathe out, stretching, really reaching. This one actually has two names. This is splitting the heavens and the earth. I've also seen it called Scholar Opens His Scroll. Okay, so breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so now level 2, you're gonna breathe in, turn over. When you breathe out, the hand still goes up and reaches, but the other hand is gonna come and it's gonna go down your hamstrings and you're gonna turn. It's similar as the other one where you try to twist, you're trying to warm up your spine. You're also turning your neck, so you're warming up your neck. All these things you want to go about as far as you can comfortably. You don't want to crank anything because you don't want to hurt your spine, especially you don't want to hurt your neck. So we'll just do 2 more. So you're gonna breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so that's splitting the heaven and the earth. Okay. The next one is you're still working on your neck, and this one is to try to give you more flexibility in your neck, but you have to be careful not to overdo it. You don't want to hurt your neck while you're doing it. So in this case, I'll put my left hand behind my back, and then I look to the left, and then my right hand comes up and it touches my left ear. So now I'm in this position. I'm looking slightly to the left. So you breathe in. On this one, when you breathe out, you pull back the arm that's up. So you breathe in, you breathe out, and you pull that back, and you try to look a little more in that direction, but just enough. You should feel a little bit of pressure because you're trying to build your flexibility, but you don't want to crank because in this case, you'll really hurt your neck. So then what we're going to do is switch the other hand, the right hand now. My right hand is now behind me. I'm looking to the right. My left hand comes and grabs my ear. So breathe in, breathe out. Now I'm pulling back my elbow of the upper arm. I'm going to switch, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so this one is called Ting removes his helmet. So you're reaching, and so that was level 1. Level 2 is we're going to do the same thing. Your hand comes to your ear, but this time you're going to look toward the floor. So you're breathing in, and then when you breathe out, you look up toward the ceiling, and you still pull your elbow back. So breathe in, look toward the floor, breathe out, and look toward the sky. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Your hand comes around and it's on your ear. Breathe out, look up, breathe in, breathe out, and breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so that's King removes his helmet. So, which one we haven't done? Okay, the last one that we haven't done that's part of the 8 Brocades is called Gather the Sun and Press the Earth. Okay, it looks like this. All right, so what you're doing is you're trying to stretch out, straighten the meridians. You're trying to stretch out your hamstrings, strengthen your back. Plus, you're trying to open your chest. A lot of the problems that come in is you haven't opened up. Your chest is all tight. You want it opened up so you can gather energy. So what you're doing, we'll just do the first part. We'll go through it in progression. So you're gonna breathe in. So your hands come up. You want to arch back. You don't want to from down here. That's gonna hurt your back. What you're trying to do is actually open up your upper back and your chest. So you want to actually try to bend from your upper spine. So you're here and you're leaning back here, and that's opening up your chest. So when you breathe in, you're not doing this. You're just trying to lean back here. Okay, so here we go. You're gonna breathe in, open your chest to the heart to the heavens. You're gonna come across. Now your hands come to the middle. Now as you come back, your arms rub against your chest. There's meridians here, lung meridians. So you're activating your lungs. Okay, so and then you're gonna come back and you're gonna put your hands on your spine and you're gonna breathe out. So right now we're doing this. Breathe in, breathe out. This is level 1. Breathe in. This is opening up your upper body. And then breathe out. So what you're going to do is if you have high blood pressure or you get vertigo, we're going to reach down. If you have either of those things, you don't want to put your head below your heart because then you can pass out, especially when you come up. You can pass out. And obviously, we don't want you falling over unless you've got one of those little beepers. So, okay, so what we're doing is, so we're going to do the first part. We're going to come, okay, so this is what you're going to do. When you breathe out, you're going to lean forward, okay? So if you're, right now, and your hands come down the back of your legs and you reach for your ankle, okay? So if you have a problem with vertigo, when you breathe out, you can put your hands on the chair and just stop there. Okay, so you'll be doing this. Breathe in, breathe out, and then breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so for people who, this is for the rest of you who don't have vertigo, so what we're doing here is we're breathing in, and now when you breathe out, your hands, there's your meridians, you're activating the meridians on the back of your leg. So you're coming down, and then when you get down here, you put your hands together and you're reaching toward the earth. Now we're going to take another breath when we're here. Breathe in, and then when we breathe out, our hands are going to run along the meridians on the inside of our legs. So we're going to go breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so now we're going to add one more thing to this. So when you're doing these, this is gathering the sun. All right, I don't know what's going on with my mic today. All right, maybe it'll stay on the side. Okay. So what we're doing is this is gathering the sun and pressing the earth. So you're breathing in, you're breathing out. Feet should be closer together. You're breathing in, you're pressing the earth. Now, when you come up, you don't want to come up straight because that also makes you dizzy. And you also want to get something of coming up. So as you come up, you bend your knees slightly. And now as you come up, you try to come up one vertebrae at a time. And then you come up. So you're trying to open up your back. Okay, so you're breathing in, breathe out, breathe in, bend your knees, and then you're coming up, breathing out, rubbing inside your leg. Okay, so breathe in. We'll just do a couple. We'll do like 3. So breathe in, breathe out, 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 breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so all right, those are the first 4. I guess maybe what we'll do is over the next couple weeks, we'll go through the other 4 movements. They're from the 8 Brocades. There's a whole bunch of people that do them on YouTube, so you can go and if you want to, that's all they do is for 20, 30 minutes. They just do the 8 Brocades, the 8 movements. The other movements, which we have got, they switch to your lower body. So that's, aiming the arrow, shooting the arrow. That's one of the other ones. Cat looks at the moon, so you're twisting back and forth while you're looking. This is turning your spine, building up your lower body, as you see. They have one where you just jump. It's actually very similar to Shake the 9 Gates. So you're just shaking, you're just jumping up and down, bouncing up and down. That's to send a shock wave through your body. So you already kind of do that one in Shake the 9 Gates. And the other one is you're going up, and it's also lowering, working on your lower body, as you see. That's King rides the horse with fiery eyes. So we'll get into those, and then you can find, if you want, you can find, either do these by yourself. I'm trying to explain how to do them. So, because we only do them for a few minutes on this, you can do any one of these by themselves if you're trying to work on something or just trying to freshen your body, you know, for 3 to 5 minutes by yourself. So I'm trying to get it so you can, you know, do it by yourself, but still have fairly good form. Okay, the kind of last set of things I was going to go over today was things for our back pain. A lot of times people have a lot of back pain, sciatica, they have headaches, and it's because their hamstrings are too tight. Obviously not always, but a lot of times that's what it is. Just the back of your legs are too tight, and you have to keep them stretched out, unfortunately, because if you stop, they get short again very quickly. So, but you can just do a couple of simple movements. So the first one we're going to go try to stretch out the back of your legs. So the first one we're going to do is you're just going to come up. Once again, you're going to come and you're going to, we'll do like we're doing the one we just did. So you come here, but this time you put your hands on your kidneys, but they're like facing outward. So it's easier, because what you're going to do is you're going to bend over, but you're not doing this. You're right now keeping your back arched. So you want to be looking up. You should be looking right now at the screen. Okay, so if you do that, you can, at least for me, I can feel it really isolates the hamstrings. So I can feel pressure on my hamstrings. So you're going to come down, you're going to look up, and this is stretching your hamstrings. All right. So what we'll do is I'll count to 15. We'll do it 4 times, and that way that'll be a minute. So 1, 2, 3. Keep your back arch. Your legs should be straight so that it's getting in to your hamstrings. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so come up, stretch again. Come, lean over. Okay, so your back's arch, you're looking forward. You should be looking forward, okay? But you want to be relaxed. So you want to get lower, if you can, lower each time, but you want to keep your back arch so you feel it in your hamstrings. Okay, that was probably half our time. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so come back up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come down. Relax. You want to be relaxed while you do this as much as you can, especially your legs. Your legs should be relaxed, because if you tighten your legs, then the muscles are going to keep your tendons from stretching. Okay, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then one last time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, and once again, if you're having with this, also if you're having back problems, if your back's weak or vertigo, you can do the same thing. You can have your hands on the chair and you can be looking up, right? Because the main thing is trying to arch your back in this one so you get the back, your hamstrings. Okay, and then as you go, you can drop down, but you can support yourself with the chair. Okay, so that's one. So that's the hamstring. So the second one is actually gather the heavens. Sorry, second one's like gather the heavens and press the earth. So you're coming down, but when you get here, this time, instead of keeping your back arched, now you are rounding your back. And that's, we're trying to stretch, instead of just the hamstrings, we're trying to stretch all the way down. Once again, if you've got vertigo problems, you can be on a chair to hold yourself up. And if you've got really bad, don't lower your head just go to here. Don't lower your head below your sternum. So, but this one we're stretching. Okay, so it's like 2 hands press the earth, and this one you're reaching. Okay, so you're just relaxed. You're pushing down. Once again, your legs are straight, but you're not forcing yourself down. You're just relaxing. Let it naturally stretch. Okay, so you're going to do that. So now to add, I don't know, this didn't. Maybe it's this pair of pants is different. Okay, so we're stretching. Okay, so now what we're going to do is you can lightly swing from side to side, but loosely. It's kind of like you're trying to look behind you, like right behind you. So you're just swinging loosely. This, you should feel it a little bit more as this will be stretching. Instead of stretching, reaching for the floor, you're doing your stretching by just swinging lightly from side to side. And that should be causing your muscle, your tendons to stretch. And you're trying to stay relaxed. Once again, if you tense up, your muscles will make it so that the rest of your body can't stretch. You're just loose. You're getting looser and looser. All right. So that one is to try to get it all the way down. So the first one's for your hamstrings. This is all the way down. So the third one is, of course, the lower leg, then your calf. So you're going to start out by, you're just going to you put like 80% of your weight on your back foot, and your front foot comes up and you go out. Okay, so the main part about this is you're trying to stretch your calf, so your foot's just not out there. The important part is you're pulling your toes back. You should feel your calf clenching. Okay, so that's getting there. So that's number one. Okay, so then step one is you're just here. This is also building up your back leg because most of your weight is on the back leg. Okay, so part two is we're going to put our hand just like near our knee, and you're going to lean forward a little bit. Once again, how far you go is determined by two things: your flexibility plus the fact if you have vertigo or something. If you have any of those things, you can hold on to a chair or whatever, and also be careful about how low your head goes. So this one, okay, so with this one, you have to be careful. To do it properly, as you reach, you're not leaning forward, because now what's happening is all the weight's going on, almost no weight's on the back leg, 80%'s on the front. And that is also causing your muscles to hold you up. So your muscles clench, so you can't stretch. So you have to keep all your weight on the back leg, and as you sink down, you want the front leg to stay relaxed, okay? So you're gonna start out by going to your knee. Then if you can slide down a bit. So go to your ankle, breathe in, breathe out. And then finally, if you can grab your foot. Okay, so that's it for me. I can grab my foot, and then you stretch, breathe in, breathe out. If you can grab your foot with both hands and pull your head to your hands. Okay. Okay, so what we're doing is, so we're starting at the top, our foot's out, pulled back. All right. If you watch Chinese kung fu movies, the masters have long white beards. So you're coming up and you're straightening your beard, and you're kind of going down to your knee, and then you're reaching. Okay. I'm going to reach. We'll just take a breath, breathe in, breathe out. Then we're going to come back up. Once again, be careful if you have vertigo. Don't go all the way down. Breathe in, straighten your beard. Go down, reach for your foot. It's called General removes his boots. Okay, we'll do 3 more. Breathe in, breathe out. Remember, we're working on the calf, so when you're doing this, you want to be pulling your foot back as much as you can. And of course, once more, got all your weight on your back leg. So by now, you may be feeling it. So you're building up the other leg. So we're going to reach, breathe in, breathe out, and then we're going to come back up. Okay. We have two sides, so we're going to do the other side. So now the other foot's out. You're going to reach in, straighten your beard, reach down for your foot, breathe in, breathe out, reach up, breathe in, straighten your beard, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. We're doing 5 altogether. That was 2. Breathe in, straighten your beard, reach for your boot. Remember, all your 80% of your weight's on the back leg. Come back up. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then breathe in. Straighten your beard. Breathe out. Okay, so those, if you do those 3, they should be help stretching the back of your leg. And if you're having back problems, depending what the back problem is, but for a large percentage of back problems, that should at least alleviate it somewhat because it's loosening up the tightness in your back. So have to do those every day to keep it stretched out. But you don't, even if you don't do them for that long, you can still get some flexibility so you can reach all the way down. Okay, so those are the main warm-up things. I was trying to show them so you can practice them by yourself if you need to stretch. So I tried to give you some ideas about like keeping your back against the wall so this is straight, so you're loosening up your spine without hurting it. You don't want to be reaching and turning because that can hurt your spine. Okay, the last thing we're going to do is we're just going to go through our meditation pose. We're just going to meditate for a few minutes, but in Daoist meditation, the kind we do is standing meditation. So first you have to stack your bones. You put your feet on the ground and your weight's distributed between your heel and the ball of your foot, and you're trying to grab the ground with your toes. So there's a slight arch. Okay, so your shoulders are round, shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit more. Your knees are relaxed. You want energy to be able to flow through your body. Your pelvis is, it's kind of like you're trying to press, this is exaggeration right now, you're trying to press your kidneys there. You actually just rotate your pelvis very slightly so your lower back's not arched so energy can flow through it some more. Okay, pull up your shoulders, drop your shoulders down. They should be relaxed, but they should be up. Your neck and spine are kind of form a straight line. It's called a string of pearls. It's kind of like you're a Christmas tree ornament, you know, that you're being hung from the center of your head and that's straightening your spine. You've got ping pong balls underneath your arms, so you're out here. And then for right now today, we're going to do the wood stance. So this, like you're like a tree. So you're here. So now you're kind of pushing out slightly, like there's a breeze coming. So there's slight, and you're slightly trying to push your kidneys very slightly against the wall behind you. So there's this kind of isometric pressure. Okay, so, and of course, what we do is, we haven't gone over this, but you do abdominal breathing. You don't want to breathe with your chest. You breathe with your abdomen. So just your navel and below, you want to make it so that's just going in and out. That's common to martial arts and yoga and meditation. You do abdominal breathing. You should do abdominal breathing all the time in your daily life too, but you start out by doing it during your practice. So breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Now, one other thing that you can try to do is when you breathe in, you put your tongue on the roof of your mouth just behind your teeth. And then when you breathe out, you drop it down. That has to do with the energy circuits in your body. So you breathe in, energy is coming up your back, going over your forehead and going to the top of your mouth, and that can enter the front of you because it's going through your tongue. So when you breathe out, you can drop it down because now the energy is going from your tongue down the front of your body. So you breathe in. Visualization is part of Daoist meditation. So breathe out. We'll just do 3 more breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And 1 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, so now to end up, slowly come up. What we're going to do is we're going to pull down the heavens again. So we gather all that energy that we just built and then push it down into our abdomen. Okay, breathe in. Breathe out. And then breathe in. Breathe out. And then we clap at the end because we did something good for ourselves. We want to have a positive affirmation of what we did. So the meditation, that's meditation 101. That's just stacking your bones so you get your body in the right position. There's a lot, then you have to work on the breathing and you have to work on the visualization too. In different meditations have different things that you're obviously trying to get control of your mind. You have a monkey mind that's jumping all over, but you got to tie the monkey to the tree. And so of course, if you go all the way to the end, there is no monkey. But we're not even there yet. We can barely see the tree. So we're not ready for that. So we have to first start with the stacking your bones, and then you have to work on. Taoist meditation uses visualization of energy flowing through your body. That's how you direct your mind and keep it from wandering.